Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is safe. Today I will be comparing manually calculated EMA in an Excel sheet with the one that appears in the chart. So if you're the person who is actually interested and curious to know the logic or say formula used in an indicator, you will surely enjoy this video. Or even if you are not that curious person, there is no harm in watching this video because knowledge is never harmful. So let's start. As you could see the tabs in the Excel sheet, I have already calculated moving average and exponential moving average using formula and have prepared this Excel sheet. Okay, I will be giving you an overview about how did I calculate it, but before going there let me explain what is moving average and exponential moving average. So in a layman language, moving average is simply a simple moving average. Okay, it's the formula to calculate moving average is total of a closing price in a data divided by number of observations. And EMA is simply an improvised version of moving average. What kind of improvisation is there in EMA? So basically, EMA takes into consideration weights. More importance in EMA is given to the latest price. Here you are giving one part of the weight to current price and the balance weight is assigned to previous EMA. Wait. What is she explaining? If something like this popped up in your head, let me explain this with more clarity. As you will see in this screen, formula for EMA is current price into E plus previous EMA into 1 minus E. So let me repeat it again for you. Here you are giving one part of the weight, that is E, to current price, okay, and the balance, that is 1 minus E, is assigned to previous EMA. I hope now it makes sense. So now let's take a look on the Excel sheet. So starting with the moving average, as the formula said, we need closing prices data. I have extracted the same from NSE website. You can easily find the data in many websites like Money Control or company's website itself. Now look at Nifty 50. Here I have inserted some formula, okay. I have inserted the formula of sum and then simply divided the total with number of observation, that is 125. Similar is the case with Reliance Industries. Okay, I have taken the sum and then divided it with the number of observation, that is 22, and same is with the Marico. Sum, okay, sum of the above values, closing values, and here is divided by number of observation. Now let's go to chart. Here the manual moving average and the one appearing in chart will exactly match. Look, simple moving average of 125 days of Nifty 50 is exactly matching. That is 10428.62. Okay, see 10428.62. Simple moving average of Reliance. In Excel sheet it's 1621.32 is also exactly matching with the charts. Also of Marico, that is 334.87. Okay. Now taking you towards exponential moving average. In formula, you need to have three values in order to find EMA. One is closing value, second is value of E, and third is value of previous EMA. So we already have closing prices, but we do not have value of E and value of previous EMA. So to calculate the value of E, formula is 2 divided by n plus 1. Okay. So for Reliance, it's 2 divided by 22 plus 1, that is 2 divided by 23, which equals to 0.0870. Now the value of E is same for Reliance and Marico here because the number of observation here is same. Look, Marico also is 0.0870. Okay, but for Nifty 50, okay, for Nifty 50 it's 2 divided by 125 plus 1, that is 0.0159. Okay, now we need value of previous EMA to arrive at the final value of EMA. Okay, we calculated the value of E, that is exponent. Now we need value of previous EMA. So value of previous EMA can be calculated by two ways. First way is to assume closing price of EMA as its previous EMA. Okay, like you could see, I have assumed and I have considered previous closing price of EMA as its previous EMA itself. Okay, and the second way is assuming moving average as its previous EMA. In short, the moving average we calculated should be considered as its previous EMA. Okay. So I have assumed closing price of EMA as its previous EMA since it gave accurate answer to some extent, while in comparison with assuming moving average as its previous EMA. Okay, I even calculated I tried both the ways, but first one was more accurate, and so I'm showing you the calculation based on first way, that is assuming closing price of EMA. If you take moving average, if I am when I was analyzing, when I took moving average, it made me okay. There is a difference in EMA. You won't find exact answers in the Excel sheet, like in moving average it was matching, right, in Excel sheet, and the charts it was exactly matching, but for EMA it won't. Okay, and when I calculated it, I analyzed both. Okay, I had tried even with moving average, and I even tried with closing prices, and I found that if I took moving average, if I assume moving average as my previous EMA, it showed me more difference. Okay, it gave comparatively more difference than the one if I choose assume closing price of EMA as its previous EMA. Now look at Reliance. Okay, in E column it is closing price into E, that is 0.0870 into closing price, and F column its previous EMA into 1 minus E, that is 1464.4 into 1 minus 0.0870. Okay, and lastly we will add the column E and F to get the final answer. Okay, be careful here. Okay, I mean the assumption, that is the two ways, that is assume closing price or assume moving average as your EMA, previous EMA, is only for calculating the first one. From second, okay, remaining formula is just copy pasted, so you just have to take care about one thing, that is previous EMA. Now same is with the Marico. Okay, same is with Marico means I have same formula, it's just copy paste. Okay, fine. And also with the Nifty 50 index, same formula, everything, E plus F, same. Okay, now look at the price EMA of Reliance. Now we are talking about exponential moving average. It's 1637.735 in Excel sheet. Okay, and 1632.11 in charts. Okay, so the reason for the difference is previous EMA. If you observe, 28th May previous EMA has been assumed as closing price for 20th May. In fact, previous EMA in reality is different. It's not possible to manually calculate the exact EMA, because to calculate the exact EMA, one will have to take into consideration its closing prices from day one of its listing. I hope you understand it. Okay, because for 28th May, if you calculate, we have assumed it to be the same as closing price, right? But in reality, what it should be? It should have been previous. It should have been the EMA of 27th. Okay, so for 27th, it should have been for 27th. The previous EMA should be the EMA that has been calculated for 26th. Okay, and the list goes on. For 26th, the previous EMA should be the EMA that has been calculated for 25th May. So this is the hierarchy, and if you want the accurate answer, as I told, you will need to calculate all the values. You need to consider the closing prices from day one of its listing so as to find an accurate answer for it. Now For Marico and Nifty 50 also there is difference in the value of EMA, and the reason is same as explained above. Okay, now for Marico in Excel sheet it's 337.3413, okay, and in charts it's 332.69, okay. Obviously there is a difference. And for Nifty 50 in Excel sheet it's 10290.3, okay, and in charts it's 10211.96, okay. I literally went deep into this. If you see, I have even calculated EMA of 24 days and 142 days for Nifty 50. Okay, I did find some more analysis on EMA, but this video is getting long. To know what I discovered and analyzed, stay tuned. Before thinking of compounding money through stock market, compound your knowledge. Money will come as a byproduct. Bye bye.